It's the Hip Hop School.
It's that time.
Past and present podcast.
It's that time.
All regions stand up.
On your feet.
North, South,
Everywhere.
East,
Where you at?
West,
Huh?
Midwest.
You
Where you
know
at?
the rule. Act a fool. You gotta be tight with your tool when you go to the hip hop school. Be grown in the grind called Prima, Fur, and Deja Rule, child. Get out your feelings, you get booed at the hip hop school. You know the rule. Act a fool. You gotta be tight with your tool when you go to the hip hop school. You can't be mad cause you got swag and easy cool. Bitch, your motherfucking problem. Knowledge rule at the hip hop school. You know the rule. Act a fool. You gotta be tight with your tool when you go to the hip hop school. Can't look like that, come into son got artifacts. The truth is cruel, but that's just fuel at the hip hop school.
Past and present.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the Hip Hop School Past and Present Podcast. I am Deasia, the assistant principal. You have Supreme Ra, the principal, and you have Heezy, the dean of all things hip hop.
What's
I
happening?
didn't even know Supreme had done changed his name to Romantic Ra.
Romantic rock.
What the hell going on around here? Anyway, how y'all doing tonight, fellas?
Shit, I'm here, man. I'm here.
I feel lovely, no pun intended.
I'm just about to say, you giving real roses on the floor type of energy. Good God. Anyway, we got a really, really dope show tonight. We're gonna be talking about all this drama that's going on in hip hop. Is so much to cover. About 20 different things we're gonna be talking about. We're gonna be talking about Blueface getting locked up. His mama going off on Erykah Badu. The people saying Erykah Badu cursed them and made them get locked up. His mama turned around and apologized because she ain't want none of that juju on her. Finesse2Tymes artist done got murked. We also gonna be talking about Travis Rudolph being found not guilty in his criminal case. Shannon Sharp leaving. Undisputed, Tupac getting his start, which Boosie smoking out his son. Man, we finna just be talking about all kinds of stuff. So y'all go ahead and like the video, share it, subscribe to the YouTube channel. You know how we do each and every week. We start off with a hip hop trivia question. This week's hip hop trivia question is brought to you by our sponsors: Supreme's Pull Up, Art by Chunk G, the Uhuru Academy, Lit and Leisure Travel, and the Death of Deasia. This week's hip hop trivia question is: what hip hop star was the voice of Raptor on Rugrats movie? Again, what hip hop star was the voice of Raptor on Rugrats movie? Y'all try to answer that down below in the comments. We will reveal the answer at the end of the show. With that being said, class is in session.
What up? What up?
So our first story, we're gonna start off with none other than Lil Wayne. He hopped on the internet and he said that nobody, no rapper can see him in a versus battle.
Well, I mean, it's gonna be tough to beat Lil Wayne in a versus battle. Anybody, any rapper that ever existed on the planet Earth is gonna have problems with Lil Wayne. Now, do I think he's unbeatable? No, but he makes a strong case. He's in that select few that can beat anybody for sure.
Yeah, I mean, and it really ain't surprising because he been saying for how long he the greatest rapper alive. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't surprising that he'll say that. You know what I'm saying? Like, now, do we have a case? Hell yeah, he got a case because shit, he's still making hits as far as singles and features. You know what I'm saying? Like being on features and shit like that. So he got a long resume. He got a long resume of hits. So yeah, I think it'll be hard. I mean, you got Kanye, you got Jay. Other than that, I don't know who can really fuck with him like that, to be honest.
T.I.
I was just gonna say that. T.I. could beat Lil Wayne in a versus. He could be. I'm gonna tell you the reason why. I'm gonna tell you this is the thing with Lil Wayne. It's quality over quantity. Lil Wayne has a lot of work and he has a huge catalog, right? He got the mixtapes and all of that. And it's just more so those things where you can ooh and ah over the wordplay. But when you're listening to a versus, you listening for those hits that take you back to a certain time and place in your life, things that you could connect and relate to.
Sure.
That's how you're able to win a versus. So you only get 20 songs. You
got
gotta pull the right ones out that crate.
T.I. got 20 solid.
Yeah, T.I. has enough for him to actually beat Wayne as far as some solid classic hits. He got some to beat Wayne because really, to be honest, Wayne music really doesn't age very well to me.
Don't age well to me.
It doesn't
age well to me.
Yeah, I think I listen to way more. I listen to way more T.I. voluntarily than I do Lil Wayne.
I ain't listened to no Lil Wayne in 2 years.
I think the last time I was crazy about Lil Wayne when he did Lollipop with Static Major.
That's the jam. I fuck with Wayne though. Wayne got some jam. I fuck with Wayne.
You wanna lick the rapper?
Yeah, he was just on Waukesha. He was just on the remix of that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all. I think y'all be forgetting about the features. You feel what I'm saying? Because he been on everything with everybody. You feel what I'm saying? And
T.I. got some dope features too.
He got a few older features like with the Destiny's Child, and you know what I mean. He got some too, but to me personally, I don't think T.I. fucking with him. I don't think he fucking with him.
Well, Lil Wayne, hold on, they can't use Destiny Child. I Want a Soldier because one Lil Wayne and T.I. on that song.
I was about to, I thought about that when I said that, yeah. But you know what I'm saying, T.I. got, you know what I'm saying, he got some hits too, and he got a lot of features too, you know what I'm saying, but I don't think he's gonna hold up away. Because you gotta think about the Drake
overall, T.I. got better songs, bro.
Yeah,
I would say he got more substance in the songs. I would say that because you know Wayne just be rhyming and you know like the agent said, the metaphors and all that shit. He be focused in on that a lot. But
somebody said they agree. Not you said Clifford Harris can smoke Wayne in a verses. I agree. I think that I will be more entertained. I'm finna tell you how deep it is. If somebody had a concert and that you could choose between, and the concert was on the same day, and you could choose between going to a Lil Wayne concert or going to a T.I. concert, I want them T.I. tickets.
I'm fucking with Wayne. Off top.
I mean, I fuck with T.I., but I think the majority of the people fuck with Wayne.
Wayne can be crazy.
I mean, I'm saying what I would do. Have y'all noticed that I don't deal with like just because the majority thing says it? Yeah, the majority will say that just from a popularity, bigger star. But as far as actually enjoying the concert with somebody without somebody hopping all over the stage or fuck around and think he Tony Hawk's and get the skateboarding across that beat.
Hey,
or then
that's what you want to see. That's a show. You know
and then he might tell us to get the hell on, like he did the people at the other concert and told them, hey, if y'all ain't gonna jump around like me, y'all gotta go. Y'all ain't gotta go home, but y'all got to get the hell up out of here. You might get kicked out of the Lil Wayne concert. Yeah,
I'm definitely fucking with Tip concert.
I'm going to Tip concert. I let my top lay back. Man, listen, I like my top lay back. Yes, indeed. And then I can't wait to be in the crowd when you don't know me come on and be in somebody's face. Yes, God. Yeah, start a fight and everything. We finna start a whole riot. Mm-hmm. But anyway, moving right along, somebody who is a riot himself, Boosie was on video smoking out his son Tootie. And they was going back and forth, passing the pre-roll, and Tootie could barely take it. And Boosie, it seemed like Boosie couldn't take it either because he'll get it, act like he hitting it, and then he handing it back over to Tootie. What y'all think about a father smoking with their child, even though the child is grown? What y'all think about that?
I mean, some people do it, you know what I'm saying? Some people do it and they cool with it, but me personally, I wouldn't do it, you know what I'm saying? Like my pops, he smoked, he been smoking pretty much all my life. I ain't never smoked with him. He never, you know what I'm saying? He never was like, hey, come on, let's roll up. You know what I'm saying? Well, I never like that. So yeah, I just want to feel comfortable. That's just my thing. I just want to feel comfortable smoking with my son. So
I don't feel comfortable smoking with my children, but I have maybe once or twice. It was just a situation called for it. I think the last time I did it was right after my hip surgery. I was laying in the bed. My son came over. He sat on the floor and lit up, asked to me.
Right.
You know, they can definitely smoke in front of me. They grown. You know what I'm saying? But I don't smoke with my children like that. Nah.
Yeah, it's a difference with being around and maybe they're smoking versus y'all in rotation together. You know, that's a whole totally different thing.
Right. See, I don't even. See, I try not to even smoke in front of my pops. You know what I'm saying? Like even though he know, you know what I'm saying. He know I smoke. You know what I'm saying. My motherfucking moms too. You know what I'm saying. But you know that shit just uncomfortable for me. You know what I mean? So that's all it is. But
Well,
some people
somebody,
do it.
As fuck, man.
well, somebody who don't care about their mama and their parents seeing anything is Blueface. So y'all know Blueface. He stay on the internet, embarrassing Krishan himself and the rest of his family or
He
whatnot.
embarrassing the whole schoolyard Crips.
Yeah, everybody. He on. I don't need. I had never heard of the schoolyard krill, and they need to check out the academia in that game because them Blueface, he ain't got a lick of sense. But so Blueface
Charleston called him
did
Ike.
something. He had some video with a lot of girls and everything. Erica Badu ended up calling him trash,
Oh yeah,
and then said, "Let the universe do as it will with him." Basically, I'm paraphrasing. So the internet started thinking Erica Badu done put some type of juju on him, and so now Blueface end up getting locked up, and Blueface mama ends up going off on Erica Badu. And then she turned around and she ends up apologizing for going off on Erica Badu. What do y'all think that Erica Badu put a hex on Blueface, the reason why he had got locked up?
Absolutely not.
Nah, hell no. I mean, that's Blueface. Shit, how many times he done been locked up over the years? So that's just how it go with him and his girl. So you know what I'm saying? It was just a matter of time because the motherfuckers are always in some shit. So it ain't had shit to do with Erica Badu at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, his mama had went off on her and called her. I forgot what she had called the lady. She called her something.
So his mama thought that she put a hex on him?
Now his mama.
Was that why
Okay,
she went
so
on?
Erica Badu calls. So all of this is happening simultaneously. So Erica Badu, Blueface put something on the internet with these women.
Right,
Erica Badu, she entered the chat and said that Blueface was trash and made the universe do as it will with him. The mama ends up going off on Erica Badu. The mama ended up apologizing, but in the interim of all that, Blueface was out allegedly committing crimes and whatever the case may be, and he ends up getting locked up. So they're saying that that's due to the fact that Erica Badu sent that shot out to the universe and got him locked up. But
what did he get locked up for though? Like some robbery or something?
Robbery or something.
My bro Charleston, he went off on Blueface too for that video he put up of his girl. Charleston White went off on him too, said he was scum. His daughter gonna go off on him, ain't gonna fuck with him and all this other shit.
Hey, I see he called him the new Ike Turner.
Yeah.
I was saying the same thing.
But then Charleston White also told him to go upside Krishan Rock head. So we don't know how what end Charleston White on what side of the bed he gonna get up and say which one today is either killer be killed or he on the women's rights movement. We don't know. But it is what it is. Who else we got on here? Oh, with parents involved, Diddy. So Diddy's son, the oldest, I believe, is the oldest, Justin.
Yeah.
So Justin, he got arrested for a DUI, and his mama, Justin, 29, 30 years old, one of the two. Don't quote me. But his mama gets on the internet and going off, and basically she was blaming it on Diddy and the type of way that Diddy has raised him, and the fact that Diddy got an alcohol and he promote alcohol, and he could have been a better example. Kimora Lee Simmons, she entered the chat and was like, "Oh, this what we doing?" Like they wanted to go ahead and blast Diddy. But my thing is this: okay, at what point are they gonna hold Justin accountable for his actions? The boy is 29 years old. What did he got to do with him driving drunk?
I don't know. I
I
ain't
don't,
really.
I don't know why they be blaming these goddamn parents on these grown ass motherfucking children they got, man.
Yeah, I don't really know why she. What I don't really know. I seen something about that shit, but she was talking about she was gonna expose Diddy and all that shit. It been a lot of shit lately, but motherfuckers talking about they about to expose Diddy. So I don't know what the fuck going on with Diddy, and I've been seeing shit on YouTube and him with pictures. You know what I'm saying? So it's something going on with Diddy right now. You know what I'm saying? Where motherfuckers trying to get at him for some reason. So
Saturday I did it, man. We need that revolt money.
hey, I think everybody just try to pile on him right now. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to pile on right now because he's seeming like a punching bag right now for some reason.
Is you a moving target or a punching bag? Every time I see you, somebody done whooped your ass. Mm-hmm.
Who was that?
Yo Gotti. That what Yo Gotti had said that the Steve-O, he had one of the hardest diss tracks back in Memphis. Him and Steve-O had got into it. And it was I think it was called the Street Wars. And Yo Gotti went so hard. Like y'all got it. That old Gotti, man, I'm telling you.
Hey, I used to fuck with Gotti.
That was one of the hardest diss tracks.
I gotta go back and listen to that shit.
And when the rappers in Memphis used to beef, it wasn't no subliminals. It's the name on it. It was crazy. But so since we talking about Yo Gotti, let's keep it Memphis. Finesse2Tymes, his artist got murked.
I didn't even hear about
and
that.
At first I thought it was that little boy that he been running around with, but it ain't him. I don't know the name of the person.
Fortunately, it wasn't him, man.
Yeah, y'all know who it was.
Nah, I ain't never heard of him.
I ain't never heard of him, man. I guess he was, one of his first artists on his new record label, I guess.
I wonder why anybody in their right mind assigned to Finesse2Tymes and he barely making it. You get what I'm saying? Like
that's not true.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
But
Finesse2Tymes ain't doing his thing.
Nah, that nigga going there on the back end and went platinum.
He doing his thing.
Nah, he doing his thing. He charging $60,000 a show.
Well, tell me something.
Yeah, he up right now.
Okay.
And me personally, I don't really, for some reason, I can't really get into Finesse2Tymes like
me either.
that. So
that's why I feel like he wasn't doing them.
But I've been peeping like motherfuckers, especially in the South. You know what I'm saying? He been doing big numbers. You know what I'm saying? On everything. So shit, motherfuckers fucking with him. West Coast too.
Mm-hmm. We got a lot of twos on this list. We got 2 Chainz on here. 2 Chainz. His dog passed away. I'm talking about a roof dog, not his homeboy. His dog passed away. The dog named Trappy. And he on the internet mourning the loss of his pet. Are y'all connected to pets like that?
Fuck nah. Not me. Hell no.
Absolutely not.
And I'll be tripping on people who is connected that much to pets. You know what I'm saying? Like damn. Like I get it, maybe if you lonely, like you a single person and that's all you really got, but you know what I'm saying? I be tripping on people who be treating their pets, especially their dogs. You know what I'm saying? Like they kids. You know what I'm saying? They sleep, put them in the bed, they dress them up, they take them in the car. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere. I'm like, man, God, y'all motherfuckers. Now these motherfuckers taking these motherfuckers to the baseball games and all kind of shit, man. Taking them to the restaurants. So yeah, I ain't never been that connected.
That we be going to, and it's only in Texas. We be going to some of the bars and the dogs out there.
That's what I'm saying.
Now they Starbucks got pup cups where you can order coffee or whatever for your dog. It's just giving too much.
Oh yeah,
I really want to get. I've always thought about, you know how like black people always thinking about going into business, something for black people to be the consumer of on their woke movement. They be like, oh, let's make something for our people. Well, really, you taking from your people as well. You ain't doing no different than anybody else that's capitalizing over people. I've always said and thought about some type of way to cater to the stuff that them white folks like in order to get them to buy it. Like I've always thought about something for like dogs. You know what I'm saying? Some type of mystery ingredient to put in the potato salad with the raisins. You know, like I be thinking about little, certain things like that because that's really gonna sell. And why you always trying to sell incense and shea butter to your people to get their money when you could go outside your community like they do and get their money and then bring it back to the community. So I be thinking about stuff like that. Y'all need to figure out something about some dogs because I have been really thinking about it. So yeah, I'm gonna come out with some kind of line for dogs.
Hey, these days, not just white folks, black motherfuckers love their dogs like that too. So
yeah,
you know what I mean. You kill them.
Man, I seen some black people in the grocery store with a dog. Man, that should be unheard of back in the day. They laying, sleeping with their dogs, and kissing them. Just like
I'm talking about back in the day. You wouldn't even have your dog in the house. Dog wouldn't even sleep in the house. Dog was outside. You know what I'm saying? In the dog house. These motherfuckers, hell no, they gotta have them in the house now.
Yeah.
Might not even be no dog house.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Be chained up to a tree.
And that's it. That's it.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? It was something that we skipped on Finesse2Tymes. So Finesse2Tymes had said when he was locked up, he didn't want to be in the population. He wanted to get out the pod that he was in, and he wanted to either go to another pod or he wanted to go to solitary confinement. He said that as if that was being like a real cat. I looked at it as he was scared. Because why you want to move away from population or whatever? You was wilding, you was doing your thing in the streets, but now you want to go into the hole or you want to go into another pod. It sounded like he was running from something. What y'all think?
What you think, Pran? You been there?
Well, me being a former resident of the penitentiary, I understand, man. You know, sometimes you just need to go and do some self-reflection. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you finna get ready to go home, man. You know, you want your last year, your last few months as peaceful as possible. You plotting, you planning, and man, you just be trying to get away from them hating ass people that be in there just talking and just man. But you know, when people are scared, they usually go to the hole right off the rip.
Right.
Yeah, they asked to go to the hole right off the rip when they get there. They already know.
That's when he got into a certain pod and he was ready to go, but that's on him for next 2 times. I ain't never ran from a nigga.
But listen. You have a point. You know, if I'm from a one side of town or one block or one set, and they put me in this motherfucker, these niggas, these people over here, excuse me, God, I can't be in here. They gonna kill me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, either way, I don't blame either way.
So Moo said he said, I'm opening up a Caucasian safe space club. They come in and use the N-word, listen to Eminem complain about how hard it is being white in hip hop. See, now you sound like a crispy, crackling coon. You ain't gotta go that far.
Right.
I like that idea, Moo.
He going too far.
If you thinking as a capitalist, as money,
they safe space and forget they ain't behind that safe space, and you gonna get these people mollywopped.
But listen, if it ain't no black people there, then that's what they're doing anyway. You feel what I'm saying?
Stuff like that part right there, they gonna do that at home.
Well, they might want to go to a club and do.
Honestly, it just don't bother me. As long as you ain't in my face and calling me outside my name, then I'm gonna have to go oops upside your head. But I have tried to learn to keep from, you know, put my hands on people for saying stuff like that. But sometimes I just don't want to get tested like that because I don't think I have matured past that yet. In my mind, I have, but I haven't been in that situation since the last time I reacted. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. A few months ago, for the record.
Why is you over here telling all my business?
I just wanted to be clear.
Anyway, moving right on along. Somebody else that, you know, don't have a problem with reacting when it comes to these people getting out of line. Tupac Shakur, the GOAT, the greatest of all times, he finally got his Hollywood star. And they had a picture of him like artificial intelligence leaning over get the star. I really felt like that was unnecessary.
I ain't see that one.
Yeah, they had a artificial
leaning over to get the star.
Yeah, they had like he was there. It was AI.
I didn't see that. All the other shit I seen, I ain't see all that. I ain't see that.
It was just unnecessary.
Totally unnecessary, totally tacky, corny. I didn't like that, man. Just get a nigga, get a brother his star. You know what I'm saying? If they feel like he deserved, that's cool. But I don't think it would elevate him or diminish anything he's done, man.
Man, you know, motherfuckers always got something to say about something, right? So I say something today where motherfuckers said that Tupac was the side piece at his own ceremony because they had his picture to the side when they had pulled up the star, and you know what I mean, when the sister was down there with Mo Preem. Motherfucker said he was the side piece at his. I'm like, man, the whole thing honoring him because his picture was like kind of off to the side and shit. But man,
The internet is a wild place.
Y'all been seeing his pops though? What y'all think about his pops? Y'all been seeing the interview with his pops?
They've been going off on him too on the internet, man.
He sickly?
Nah, he don't look like he look pretty normal, but you know he just getting older. But
did he just get out of prison?
Nah. But he just not
Who
talking.
Who he talking about?
He just not talking.
We talking about his biological father. You talking about?
Okay.
You talking about
Matula Shakur.
Hell, I didn't know his daddy was still alive. I didn't even know he knew his daddy.
That's what a lot of motherfuckers talking about because the whole story kind of crazy. But he just not talking for the first time in a long time, so that's why it's kind of, you know
what he talking for?
Saying he was offended and hurt when Tupac said my daddy wasn't there. When he was a coward, he wasn't there.
Well, hell, we never knew his daddy. I thought he didn't have a daddy. So
right, that's what I'm saying.
Because we was there, we didn't never see his ass. So
that's why they dragging him.
Right. Exactly.
What is he talking about? That's really why when y'all was talking about his daddy, I'm sitting up here like,
no, because
who y'all talking about?
Because they came out with that documentary, that Dear Mama shit, and I guess
Garland, that's his name. Last name Garland.
Yeah, I guess it was something in there about him. So I guess now he want to come out and talk because he like that shit was some bullshit. Pretty much is what he's saying.
So all these years we don't know that Tupac got a daddy, never heard the man's name or anything like that. All of a sudden he want to speak out on a documentary.
No, he's speaking out on the interview with who is Art of Dialogue. So kind of like one of them Vlad interviews, pretty much.
I honestly didn't even know. I've never even considered the fact that Tupac had a biological father. Because whoever that man never came up. Nobody. Only thing we knew about was the Tulu. What's his name? The one that got locked up.
Matulu Shakur.
Yeah.
Peace to Matulu too. By the way, but yeah, that's so crazy. yeah, he always, I guess he stayed in the background and said he got a story to tell though. I guess I'm
we don't want to hear it, sir. Don't do that to yourself. We is not gonna go for that.
That motherfucker's getting them views, but to me, I ain't gonna lie to you. I watched the first two clips. I think I watched the first two, and I was like, man, I don't even want to watch this shit no more.
We should get him on the show.
It was just something about it.
You know what? We should get him on the show. I want to holler at him real quick. It ain't gonna take number about 5 minutes of my time. I want to holler at him real quick. I'm going to cuss his ass out of one side and down the other. Get your stupid ass off the internet. We don't want to hear that shit. We don't even know you. You know what I'm saying? I could see if it was like Drake daddy. You remember Drake was saying his daddy told him when he was coming and he didn't show up and all of that. His daddy like, nah, Drake, you lying.
He from Memphis, ain't he?
Yeah, that's different. But you see, he be with his daddy. His daddy is actually, you know, he pop up, he be around or whatever. Nobody, I don't even think anybody even thought about Tupac biological father at all. Like,
no, what nobody think about him until, like I say, until he came out and started talking.
Yeah, the Black Panthers raised Tupac. Ain't nobody thinking about dude. Exactly. What needs to go on? Where was he at when all of that stuff was going on? When he could have been sitting down with his son, you know, steering them in different directions. But let's move past dude, because he getting too much airtime and don't nobody even know his ass.
Matter of fact, so Tupac, we having Tupac tribute show next week, so make sure y'all tune in for that too.
Oh yes, and we have a very, very special guest. Yeah. A very special guest.
Yes, indeed.
Somebody that has actually worked with Tupac. Matter of fact,
been in the Tupac, closer to the Shakur family. We'll say that.
Close to the family.
Yeah, close to the family.
Okay. Yeah, well, anywho, so YNW Melly, and I do not know who this group is, but YNW Melly, he actually got sentenced. What was the thing about the votes, easy?
He ain't get sentenced
He
yet,
got
but
charged.
yeah, he's charged with shit murder. He's facing the death penalty, and they lowered the threshold for them to sentence him to the death penalty. The jury only got to convict him on an 8-4 count instead of 12 or 11-1. So that was a big thing about that. So what y'all think about that?
If he did it, fry him.
I say that too.
We don't nobody know him anyway. I have never heard of this group, the YNW. I done heard of YSL and YFN. We don't even know YM.
Hey, if the brother is innocent
we're
and
not gonna miss
guilty,
him. We're not gonna miss him. Go ahead and fry him because he done put other people in the grave. Quick, don't waste no more tax dollars. If he did it, they said he did it. Just fry him. Just hook him up to the chair.
He ain't been convicted yet though, so you know what I'm saying.
Well, once he get convicted, just go ahead and put him in a deep fry. But another one.
He kind of big in Florida. He kind of big in Florida, like now, so with the young folks.
That's more of a reason why he need to go. We don't need no more Floridians. Just go, especially he ain't even. Matter of fact, y'all ain't even got to take this shit to try. He from Florida. He did it. Go ahead, put him in the air fryer.
Oh man, it's fucked up, man.
To go. We got to get him off the street.
Montoya done got to it. Huh? Montoya done got to it. Black Socrates.
Well, he ain't here.
He done got to you.
I will be on this show in a minute or two.
Yeah, he going on his show tomorrow. I wish I could tune in, but I will be moving me and 2 men in a truck. Yes, God. YFN Lucci done did something too, ain't he?
Nah, they offered him 20 years. Where he would do 17 of that shit.
What you think about that? Should he take it?
What he do?
She facing
RICO. They murked the dude and threw him out the car.
Some type of man. He got some man.
He slid on somebody in a Rolls Royce or a Bentley or something, and then
he got some hell of a shit. Yeah. For sure. He need to talk to his attorneys.
I mean, I'm sure
and see what's the best option. My advice, man, if you know you did it and you facing 50 and they offer you 20, I would take the motherfucking 20. Because if you don't take it, then they're gonna bust your side of the head. Right. Now, if you done do it, or if you feel like they can't prove you did it, nigga, don't take that shit. They keep fighting. You gonna shoot the dice. You gonna roll the dice regardless.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That he could tell on to help him out a little bit.
No, listen.
Everybody else telling.
Listen, he gonna
I'm
be.
sure it's somebody he could tell on. If I was him, I'd tell on Young Thug because everybody else already done told on Young Thug. So I would go ahead and tell on Young Thug, Rich. I would rather for Young Thug to get out than YFN Lucci because I'm not missing his music, but. In his case, he could probably since everybody else, he could probably get away with telling on Young Thug if he did, since everybody else been telling on his ass. I tell on him too and knock me about 5 or 10 years down.
That's what I was gonna ask you. So you're an advocate of telling.
Well, in this particular case,
she been fucking with Montoya.
Listen, let me tell you something. These people said 50 years, then they saying 20, right? And he trying to bring that number down. There's ways in this particular case. Everybody else done told on Young Thug. He might.
So I know you don't do. Hold on. I know you don't do hypotheticals, but if there was Destiny Asia and they are, what you doing?
Hey, if they came to me, if it's Destiny Asia, them people came to me. They done gave me 20 years, and I done had beef with this person, and them people ask me some information, I'ma tell it. They don't. Young people have beef with each other.
Listen.
Right.
Yeah, I
But
believe
listen,
why I said it's Young Thug, somebody he could tell on.
listen, they already offered him that. He said he's not gonna tell. They already
Oh, he's
offered him that.
stupid as hell. Then
Yeah.
go ahead and get him 50.
Listen,
He needs
And
to
see,
like that's stupid.
the nigga on the
and you
list.
know what?
He's on the prosecution list, but he said he ain't gonna testify against Young Thug. So that's why they offering them.
Cause he's still having dreams of getting out, being a real street nigga.
Right.
See, you already see, but check it out though. It's funny, you know, we talk about the snitch shit, right? But in the mafia and the mob, they snitch on their enemies, and it's
Right.
acceptable.
That's the reason why I said, why don't you? I guess I'm a mafia nigga or something. You know what I'm saying? Because my thing, yeah, man, mafia. You hear me? Listen, why won't you tell on the person that you beefing with? You know what I'm saying?
Because
Like, I don't
motherfuckers
get that.
out here gonna be talking that shit, talking about he done snitched, he snitched on Thug.
Man, I wouldn't give a damn. If they did that, then I slide on them too, like I slid on the person that got me locked up to begin with. So I'm
Now
like,
he'll get drugged worse than Gunna.
Yep, that's the thing about
If
it.
that nigga snitched on Thug, they'll crucify that boy.
well, that's
He got a nice fan base. He do his thing out here.
Yeah.
But you know,
you talking about out here like he been outside in a minute. That been
You been down for a few years.
that man in there. At least I don't know what he saying they was trying to kill him in there. He said Young Thug was sending people to do something. Man, exactly. I would tell. Listen, I would tell on that man so damn fast. You hear me? And I wouldn't care who didn't like it. Cause what they gonna do?
Okay. It's one of them things, man. It's one of them, street rap, ATL things. But that whole YFN, YSL thing, man, that shit still going on and on. That's just, you get crazier every day. It's something every day with that shit. So.
Ain't nowhere in here. I'm so tired of these alphabets. So before we wrap up, because we got a whole lot of sports stuff, related stuff to talk about. I want us to do that review on their Moneybag Yo album that dropped. But before we do that, Vivica A. Fox was on the Sherry Shepherd show, and she had said that she would date 50 Cent again. One, I'm gonna tell you something. I don't even know why people keep asking Vivica A. Fox questions about 50 Cent. Right. And I'm gonna tell you how disrespectful people are towards women in a relationship. If it's a man that's in a relationship with a woman, people are very careful of asking certain other men certain things about that woman out of respect. 50 Cent is in a whole relationship. Her with Cuban Link and Vivica A. Fox, they don't share words before. You get what I'm saying? People constantly bringing it up about her and 50 Cent being together. That man done moved on with his life so many different times. And they keep asking Vivica A. Fox about him. And it's just utter disrespect for somebody to just sit on the platform and ask about possibly being back with him when he in a whole relationship been with that girl for years.
But she didn't have to answer that shit,
I understand it. Huh?
She needs to stop though, man.
She answered it because she was being petty and she was being shady because she really don't like that girl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they done shared words before.
I don't know nothing about it, like you said, but I do know, like you said, though, they always bringing that nigga up anytime you see her. So, that is some fucked up
shit. Quiet as a kept, who in the hell wouldn't date 50 Cent? You get what I'm saying? Like, ask any woman, would you date 50 Cent? Yeah. Duh. You know what I'm saying? Why not? The only reason why a woman wouldn't date him if they don't like guys that, somewhat of an asshole. You get what I'm saying? But he probably not even he be in relationships for a longer length of time to give some type of idea that he does pretty good in relationships for the most part. So it ain't like he just treating women like crap. He might get on somebody's ass on the internet and troll them for owing him money and stuff like that. But he seemed like he do pretty decent. And then he's a mogul. So, to be asking that question is really silly in the first place, because you could get any woman on the platform and say, hey, would you date 50 Cent? Yeah, duh. But he has a woman, so out of respect, why even ask that type of question? That's just like Cuban, beautiful as hell. If a man is asked, would you date Cuban Links? Yeah, Duh, you get what I'm saying? But why ask that when she's in a relationship? That makes absolutely no sense. I don't like the disrespect. And Cuban, we working out and everything or whatever. She been on whoop Vivica A. Fox ass because Vivica, you ain't got that stamina and you ain't got them hands like you did in Kill Bill. So you need to quit going on people's shows and talking about, you know, they man or whatever the case may be. And I'm gonna tell you something. I like Vivica A. Fox, and I'm sad that they show getting canceled, Cocktails with Queens, because I like, you know, Cocktails
she
with
got a
Queens,
show?
TGIF. Yeah, Cocktails with Queen, they getting canceled, but TGIF getting five days a week, and I'm here for it, baby. But Vivica should have, like you said, romantic Raw. She should have handled their romantic question differently. She shouldn't have handled it like this. Your man said romantic.
I like the way that shit sound. I'm finna roll with it. You hear me?
Yeah. Anywho, but Cuban girl, don't let them people bother you. Cause then I'm gonna tell you something like that. I'm gonna tell you how women are. That woman jumped on that podcast talking about, yeah, I date him, and the way she was talking, and she kind of tried to insinuate she was wearing a bracelet that he had gave, but she didn't have it on that day. Cuban Link, 50 Cent gonna come in the house from whatever he doing, and she gonna be looking upside his head like, why she so quick to say she'll date you? Y'all been talking, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like she too excited, she too happy. What, you know what I'm saying? She too comfortable. So have you been talking to her to make her comfortable like that, or for them to just disregard me? Have y'all been having conversations? See, I've been on. She been a mess up. She been started some shit. For real.
He good.
Let somebody get on to something and say they'll date Mufasa. Like, yeah, I get back with Mufasa. Okay, Mufasa, come here.
See, that's so silly.
Comfortable?
That's so silly and retarded.
Nah, because I can't do nothing. She don't owe me nothing. But I'm finna ask him, what you done did to make this bitch comfortable?
Well, my wife had me some bullshit like they're gonna cuss the fuck out. Ask her.
You just gonna have to use your extended colorful vocabulary, because I'm gonna ask. The hell going on? Anyway, can't let that shit slide. Anyway, so let's talk about Moneybagg Yo new album called, what was the album called? Hard to Love. I should have known.
Hard to Love.
I should have known better to press play just by the name of the album. What did y'all think about the album? Heezy, did you ever get to listen to it?
Listen, I listened to it today. You know what I'm saying? From the front to the back. And I'm fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? It was something a little bit different, but it's Moneybagg. I always fuck with Moneybagg. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never been a huge Moneybagg fan, but I'm fucking with this one for sure. It seemed like he you know, I mean, it ain't like he been out forever, but he really tapped into like a newer sound, you know what I'm saying? To, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? So and it was something he got a little more personal, so you could hear his growth on the album, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't just some old trap shit or, you know, some hood shit. So I was fucking with it. What you think, Pray?
I'm just gonna give the age opportunity to go back and listen again. And that's all I gotta say.
First of all, I listen enough. It's not replay worthy. I'm gonna tell you.
She questioned my album review skills.
I did question your album review skills, because this is my thing, and I'm gonna give an honest assessment. I'm gonna keep it very brief. Moneybagg Yo album was a conceptual album, and it spoke upon relationships and grief. That was the theme of that album, right? The songs made sense.
Yeah,
everything
was
everything.
No.
Listen, let me finish. The songs made sense. Everything was in order. It was a cohesive album. It was a well put together project. However, I do understand the difference between an artist using their artistry in order to express themselves as a sense of therapy. If we're looking at it from that standpoint, then yes, it was a good album. If we're looking at it from the fan standpoint of what we expect and want from Moneybagg Yo, the reason why we listen to Moneybagg Yo, I do not listen to Moneybagg Yo for me to get a Loverboys album, for me to get a Rod Wave album. I'm not listening to Moneybagg to hear about his feelings and his emotions, his relationship problems. Moneybag's supposed to be fuck these hoes, bros over
There's
hoes.
about 15 songs on the album.
This is my assessment.
4 to 5 is sentimental.
The whole album it has. See, that's let me know you don't know how to review an album, because the whole album got stuff the whole album got things in there. If you listen to the even like certain like if you listen to, you probably listen to hooks and not thinking it, but if you listen to the lyrics, it's all
now you telling me what I'm listening to.
Following the same thing, the same grief and relationships. It's telling the story. It's like y'all, you know how the Kendrick Lamar album was. Like it was that conceptual album where it's songs about different things, but it's still within that same concept.
Let's see, you misunderstand it. That's not why I like it, because the conception. I like it because it's dope.
I didn't say I'm not
so conceptual.
See, and this is a good thing. This is a learning opportunity as well. When someone is giving their assessment, it's not in any way trying to change your assessment or say anything was wrong with your assessment or say and give reasoning and to rationalize with the reason why you like something. I'm just saying, as a hip hop critic, the average person isn't. I say this, and just to leave it alone and make it short, it was unexpected. And I'm glad that he was able to show his range, but that wasn't what I wanted to hear.
Check it out. Can I say something?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we have our artists, right? And when they drop, we expect for them to be a certain way, right?
Right.
And if we hear it, it could go either way. Damn, this shit, he went this way, that shit was whack. But with this one, he went this way. It's actually pretty good that he went this way. I'm surprised. I did expect it, but this is actually, he did good. That's why you just go ahead and tonight or tomorrow, get you some rest.
Honestly,
and listen again.
It's absolutely nothing that I would like to hear again on the album. And much as
I'm romantic rock, man.
Matter of fact, it was a song, I think it was one with 42 Doug on there.
I don't even think
I like that.
42 Doug on there.
And to be honest, Supreme, the only reason why you like Moneybag Yo is because you watched that interview that him and that dude was on, that he said that Moneybag Yo changed his life or whatever the case may be.
That's not true.
That's what you said.
That did add some perspective a little bit, but it's actually a good album, man.
And Moneybag Yo, if you listening, I want to tell you something. That guy that you was on that interview with, whoever he that say he running from people on the town and you saved his life and people want to kill him, stay away from around that man. Anybody that got to escape from where they from and they got all that many people that want to kill him, he a hoe ass nigga. He done did something. He's feisty. He steal. You know, he done crossed a whole bunch of people. He ain't right. It ain't nowhere in the world that you got that many people after you and don't nobody even know you. You know what I'm saying? So you done crossed a whole lot of people or whatever. Just feed him with a long handle spoon. Don't be running around with him now. If y'all go somewhere, ride in separate cars because y'all gonna be on the front page of the newspaper. He said Moneybag Yo saved them from the streets or whatever the case may be.
His name is Facts.
All right.
Hey, but you know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna say nothing. I don't want nobody acting like I'm doing an Erykah Badu, but I know when niggas like that, they don't last long.
Hey, shout out to Moneybag though. CMG Yo Gotti, because hey, the motherfucker Yo Gotti going crazy with CMG though.
Oh,
that's my thing for sure.
Yeah, he's going crazy. And Glorilla new song, Liquor Song. That song, I like that.
Hey man, I would have never saw Yo Gotti in this position, you know what I'm saying? Because he damn near up there with the, you know what I mean? He on his way to up there with Diddy, and you know what I'm saying? He got the, you know, the celebrity, you know what I'm saying, chick and all that shit, and you know what I'm saying? He got a roster, and, you know what I mean?
He already up
on
there
his way, man. He might. Hey,
shout out to Moneybag Yo and CMG, man.
Yeah, I would have never thought that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like 20 years ago, seeing Yo Gotti out there. 25 years ago.
I could see it simply because like early on in his career, he started running with Jay-Z. He used to always be with Jay-Z and all that early on in his career. So you hanging around people like that, going to different events, and then he always been a hustler or whatnot. So he even bought his contract when he had signed to Birdman and them. He remember he had signed to Birdman and he bought himself out of that contract. So he been handling business and everything. So I'm not surprised, but I think that it was probably points in time in his life where he kind of moved because he wasn't making so much noise and music. And now you seeing that silent ascension to being a mogul. I think that's probably what kind of like, oh my God, I never would have thought that, because he went silent for a minute.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, you're right. Right before CMG really started to pop off with all these artists and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, indeed. So another thing that I wanted to discuss as well is the Breakfast Club. Y'all know how the Breakfast Club broke up. Well, Angela Yee left the Breakfast Club, and now they've been having these guest hosts on the show.
Angela Yee.
I call her Angela Yee.
No, you good.
Whatever, Angela. I'm gonna just say Angela Yee. You know what I'm saying? I'm whatever.
I was talking about that Webby shit when he had said that shit.
Yeah. So, they've been having guest hosts on the show, and it's like the Breakfast Club got its second win because it seemed like a new show over again. So Just Hilarious and Claudia Jordan, they have been repeat guest co-hosts on the show. There was one show where they had Just Hilarious and they had Claudia Jordan on the show together. Now, at one point, I'm gonna tell y'all, at one point when I would watch the shows separately, I would say, hey, they need to make Jess permanent. Then when I watched them Jess and Claudia together, they have really, really good chemistry. But to me, Claudia can do what Jess Hilarious can't do. You get what I'm saying? It's like Claudia, she could be funny and she could do other things. Jess Hilarious is, when I watched them together, it's almost like she was trying to be seen. It was kind of obnoxious a little bit to me. I don't know. How y'all feel about who y'all think should be the permanent host on the? Do you think it should be either Claudia or Jess, or do you think both of them should be the host, the permanent host?
Jess all the way.
Yeah, I think she fit in. I think she bring a certain balance to them two niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like she, you know what I'm saying? So Claudia, I don't really see her sticking around. You know what I'm saying? That long and shit. But I don't really watch the Breakfast Club like that either. But from what I've seen, you know what I'm saying, I think Jess really fit in. I think she.
I love seeing Jess on there. It was just when I watched that show, it was more. I like the banter. Because when you're comfortable, like how we do, like we family, you know what I'm saying? So we play, fuck around with each other, whatever. But once once it just, some of it just be like too much, just, like stop it. Or I don't like when it becomes, and it probably be me, I don't like when it becomes looking like you got a bad attitude. You know what I'm saying? Am I making sense where you could be having fun and you could be enjoying yourself, but then after a while, it almost you starting to come off like you got a bad attitude. Because
so you saying that about Jess?
Yeah, and I didn't see that at first, but it was just everything is like catty or it's just like chill and just it doesn't have to be every subject, everything. It doesn't have to be a thing. You know, it don't have to, you ain't got to create no scene or make a moment out of everything or whatever. Let things flow naturally. Sometimes it just seems like, oh, it's forced. And then it was one time when I think Charlamagne was finna say something. She was like, dang, you should have let me say it or whatever. And it's just, girl, just chill, relax. That's the reason why I think I would like it. I don't know because I was Team Jess. I'm still Team Jess, but I think I don't want her to get overwhelming for the audience.
Yeah,
You know, because we gotta watch that every day. So,
but hey, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Breakfast Club. Shout out to all them because they done moved up. They fucking with BET now, and you know what I'm saying. So they really doing their thing. Shout out to them motherfuckers. Hopefully more motherfuckers to get deals like that. You know what I'm saying?
hopefully we get one or whatever the case may
Oh
be. But
shit,
we ain't gonna
we
never
on
be
our
on
way.
BET. We can't even
You never know.
stay monetized on YouTube because we cuss too much.
Nah, we good.
Child, please. we ain't gonna make it to BET. But we gonna make it.
We on our way.
Yes, indeed. But anyway, I think that's all of the little chatter. Everything else right now is pretty much sports. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this. So, but this is some of it is still hip hop related. Like, say for instance, Angel Reese, she was in the Lotto remix, Put It on the Floor featuring Cardi B. She did a cameo and she was standing up in the video and everything. What y'all think about these college stars getting so much visibility? Do y'all think it's a good thing or a bad thing for them to have so much visibility while they're still in school?
It's a great thing. It's a great thing because you know, for a long time it was just other motherfuckers making money off them. So now they can at least make money themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because they wasn't able to do that just a few years ago. She wouldn't have been able to, you know what I'm saying, do some of the shit she doing now. You know what I'm saying? Getting them endorsements and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? They pretty much they grown anyway. You know what I'm saying? They grown. They treating it a lot of these you know, schools and you know, agents and shit like that. They treat them like professional athletes anyway. So, you know what I'm saying? They might as well get paid like motherfucking professional athletes at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thoughts on that shit.
Breaking news. Now you said y'all heard Black Youngster ain't on CMG no more. Y'all remember when we was in a meeting, I was like, where Black Youngster at?
Yeah, I heard about that.
It probably be some truth to that. You heard about that too, Supreme?
I heard something about that too. Yeah.
I don't know how true it is, but I heard it. It's a rumor.
Because I was just like, with all of this stuff going on, I was like, where's Black Youngster? Because that Moneybag Yo album made me want some Black Youngster. I want to hear toot. Like, I wanted that type of music. Not the hell this nigga going through changes and everything. I guess I be going through enough stuff myself, and it's certain music. I'm weird. Where you know how if you going through something, you know, some people listen to music that'll match their energy. Like if I'm grieving, I don't want to hear a song about somebody grieving. If I'm grieving, I might want to listen to some Lil Jon because it put my mind somewhere else. I'm going through grief. You know, I don't went through relationship problem. I don't want to hear no whole album about you going through grief and relationship. You making
the buzz sounded on that. Go keep going.
Well, where Black Youngster had came up, Supreme. Don't do me like that. I'm just trying.
My job is done.
Well, I'm just trying to express myself as best as possible. Anyway, so Tiana Taylor, she came out with some new. She got her line of some. I think it's some Jordans. I believe so. Some Jordans, some ones. It's called The Rose in Harlem, and she actually had a advertisement with Jalen Rose in there. I thought not Jalen Rose, Jalen Hurts. She had Jalen Hurts in there. I thought that was cute. But have y'all checked out her new shoes, The Rose in Harlem? What y'all think about them? I know Supreme. I know you be wearing J's all the time. You'll rock some of the Tiana Taylor joints.
No, man, but I like them though.
I think I've seen them. Yeah, they cool. They cool. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really...
You like Jordan, you know, they dope.
Right.
It's dope to have your own shoe.
I ain't really a Jordan nigga like that, but you know what I'm saying, especially them. I like more of the other ones, but the motherfucker's nice though.
Yeah, there was a couple of pairs of it. I don't like that big old rose on the front of it. On one, she had different ones. I don't like the one with the rose on the front of it. I think she gave Lil Wayne a pair of those. And then there was another one that had the check, the swoop. It had like some kind of stitches or something on it, and it was looking kind of abstract. But I think it speaks to Tiana Taylor's style and personality. They sold out though. I would get a pair, but I wouldn't get the one with the because I'm just not that type of person, you know.
That girl is tough.
Yeah, I don't like stuff like that, you know, but I would get the one with the like the stitches or whatever on it, not the one with the rose on it. I don't like stuff like that. Since we're talking about girly things, Dwayne Wade, he was at the game and he had on a knitted sweater and like a little cardigan or something, and people were clowning him about what he was wearing. They said Dwayne Wade is going out sad. Do y'all think Dwayne Wade trying to tell us something?
Man, when I hadn't even been watching the finals, I didn't give a fuck about either one of the teams. And so I tuned in late. It was late. And they panned the camera toward Dwayne Wade, and I was just shook my head and just total disgust. He just stood up there looking like a princey bro.
What? I didn't even see it. I'm glad I didn't see that shit.
Yeah, man, he went out real sad, man. It was so feminine and fucking bitchy.
Oh, Dwayne Wade can't catch a break.
Oh man, I mean, well, you know, that's Wade, man. He always been. That ain't nothing new. He always he been wearing fingernail polish and you know what I'm saying, all that old kind of shit. So
dyeing his hair.
Yeah. So and then you know, of course, look at his son/daughter. So you know what I'm saying. And then I mean, you know what I'm saying. He just got a whole laundry list of, you know what I'm saying. So shit it's just adding up, man. He might as well go ahead and step on out there. You know what I'm saying. At the end of the day.
Mm-hmm. So what y'all think about Zion Williamson? Oh baby, the man came out, wanted to announce that his girl was pregnant. He got a baby on the way, and the internet drugged him because they say he done impregnated a stripper. That he can't catch a break. Imagine you trying to tell the world your good news. You got a baby on the way, and they drag you by who you had the baby with. And I really don't even understand the issue. Like. I mean,
well, another girl came out and said something.
What'd she say? Oh, the one that was saying she was sleeping with him raw too, and
yeah, that's the issue that people are saying.
Well, that's her fault.
She's supposed to be a porn star.
Mm.
I mean,
shit, man. You gotta think about it, man. You a $200 million nigga. You in your early 20s, and think about this. You ain't even playing. You know what I'm saying? This nigga ain't even really been playing for the last 2 seasons. So he just been idle time, just fucking around, and you know what I'm saying? But he a young nigga doing his thing, so I don't see what the fucking problem is.
And Zion Williamson, he need to get
I don't see the problem either.
Zion Williamson, he need to get it together because at this point, Zion is a BBW. I don't know if he gonna ever see the court again because that boy, he done really spread out. I'm telling you something. That boy done spread out. He done spread it. He just wide as all get out.
Yeah, he always been a big nigga.
Down by the court.
He always been big like that, but then he lost some weight.
He did. Yeah,
he lost some weight, but now he done. You know what I'm saying? The game back because he ain't been playing and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so, he about Shaq size and he's shorter than Shaq. You can't do that.
So hey.
No, because they had to even tell Shaq. You know, Shaq had as tall as he is. They used to tell Shaq, you know, you got to keep your weight under control, and he could stand to be close upwards to 400 pounds considering his height. The man Shaq 7'1"? 7'1", yeah. So I'm like, he could stand to be 400 pounds if he wanted to. And they even told Shaq, you got to lose weight. Zion not tall as Shaq. And back just as wide. This nigga built horizontally. I'm like, dude, you got to get it together. You cannot be sitting up there looking like the Great Horizon.
That's why he stay hurt. So now this shit on him. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see if this nigga come back this season.
Next time we see Zion, it's gonna be on 600. The 600 pound. What is that? My 600 pound life or whatever it is. That's what it is, because he do look like the type of nigga that sit up, play the game, eat the pizza straight out the box. You know how fat niggas sit there biting their nails down to the grizzle and they be having a 2-liter and the pizza box open, stanking and shit, ain't did nothing all day, don't wash their ass, and they playing the game, get mad if you walk in front of the TV. I'm just talking through my trauma. A nigga used to do me like that. Get your fat ass up and find you something to do. You're sitting up here drinking Pepsi. I can't stand to see a Pepsi now. What the fuck? None about it, like old folks ass drink. You sitting up drinking whole 2 liters. Get your big ass up and find something to do. People piss me off. Anyhow, somebody else that's going out sad, Chris Paul. He done got on the internet telling the people that they picking on his daughter because somebody done told his daughter that her daddy ain't never gonna see a championship. But
they clowned her at school, bro.
But did they lie?
They ain't lying. That nigga ain't been 17 no word.
Hey, he might slide one through somewhere next year. He might get
unless he comes to the light.
Nah, that man always getting hurt or something down the stretch. He is not gonna make it. Like Chris Paul.
He'd have been close too many times.
When that last, I think when he was wasn't with the Suns.
The Suns last year.
That was his closest chance.
Yep.
Oh, I was hurt when he didn't get it, but he deserved it. But it ain't happening.
He's playing his ass off.
Tell your little soft ass kids to learn how to roast back, to get on in there. Oh, they talked about like somebody used to say, yo, mama, when we was growing up, a fight just came with it. Why you ain't teaching a kid how to roast back? That's part of childhood. Right. People gotta quit making everything out to be somebody getting bullied or anything like that. Somebody say, oh, your daddy, he's never gonna make it to the championship. Turn around and talk about her daddy. If she ain't got, if the little boy or girl ain't got one, that's really one. In a minute, oh, fuck your daddy. You know what I'm saying? Your daddy ain't even around. Your daddy don't even have no job. You know, teach your kids.
Man, it's a different world we live in, man. They not built. They built different, man.
Damn,
they built different.
Yeah, that's great. Think about
that. I think bullying is a great thing. I hate they took that shit out of school. I think bullying is a good thing. It establishes the pecking order. It establishes rank and file, and it builds character either way.
Yeah, for sure. Either you're gonna make or break. I mean, shit. We all grew up. We all grew up with that shit, with bullying and all. Either you was the bully or getting bullied, or you was on the sideline. But motherfuckers wasn't really no problem like that.
I never understood the concept of bullying. Like, I mean, I'm from Memphis, so I mean, checking or what we call it checking, they call it roasting or whatever.
We call it high side.
Yeah, y'all call it high side in here.
We call it roasting. We call it roasting too. Yeah.
That's part of the culture. It's like everybody. It didn't even matter how you look. You could be the most prettiest person, the most handsome person. It didn't matter. Like, I can actually check anybody. I don't care how you look. I can check you because I grew up in it. You get what I'm saying? So, and then you just check them back. What is you worried for? That's the reason why, like, even right now, I don't care about what people say about me because we did that for fun. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't get to me with some shit.
Well, and then, you say check them back. If you don't check them back, they're going to continue to get checked. You're going to continue to get high-sided. Like that dude in our group. Until he fight back about his food getting skeeted on, I'm on his ass every day.
Yeah, and that's what we do. And you see how we be getting called the bully because it's like, no, you finna have to fight back.
Got to fight back.
Just is what it is.
Yeah, man, it's wild in the group, easy.
Oh yes, he got to come back.
Your boy said he got
Williamson to play defensive end.
Tulu. It got to be Tulu.
Not you, it's Tulu.
Remember that old dude?
Get his seafood skeeted on.
Remember who?
Remember he went by another name, the old dude from New York. His name
Fremont.
Crutches and something. Who?
Yeah, Fremont. You
Purchase
talking
and
about
Band-Aid.
Fremont?
Yeah, Fremont.
Fremont.
That's who it
That's
is.
3 months.
That's Fremont.
Oh Lord, y'all shouldn't have told me that. I'm finna let loose.
Oh man,
You know, I
what's
think
going
that I
on
think he.
with
Oh
Fremont?
no, I know his. Oh, that's Fremont. Okay. Just coming on the internet, pissy, talking about he want to be skeeted on. That heavy ass pamper he be wearing.
Oh, that's Fremont.
Y'all do. Ja Morant. His camp came out saying that the weapon, the pistol, the firearm that he was waving in the video on his last live was a toy. Supreme said that he ain't got no problem with the man coming out and telling it that lie.
I don't have a problem with lying to get out of trouble.
I mean, you got. Yeah,
I
you
mean,
got to do what you got to do. But
as far, I mean, it does sound a little, but I don't have no problem with lying to these folks to do what you got to do, man.
hey, listen, this the thing. Can they prove that it ain't a toy? You feel what I'm saying? Can they prove that it wasn't a toy?
It don't look like no toy.
Can they prove that it wasn't a toy?
I've seen some toys that look just like guns.
That's what I'm
He
saying.
apologized, and his homeboy tried to stop.
I feel you. I feel you. I'm just saying.
Yeah, y'all
Hey,
finna waste
man.
people time playing with
Hey.
their intelligence. They need to go ahead and just because he came up with that lie, whatever
He got a
the matter,
defense.
he was gonna get suspended. They need
But
to
still,
do it.
yeah,
What
it's
would
still.
piss me off if I was the people that made the decision? What would piss me off is that I would say I'm gonna suspend you for 10 games. But once you say that, I'm gonna add by 10 more on there because you playing with my. It's like that just because
Nah,
you
I
piss
feel
me
you.
off playing with my intelligence. I'm gonna add
You
by 10
playing in
more.
their face.
And
Yeah.
you playing in people's face, and the fact that he came out with that lie after apologize and just take your charge, gone on about your business or whatever the case may be. The fact that he came out with that ridiculous lie, it leads me to believe he doesn't plan on changing his behavior. He's just gonna try to start making excuses for it. He don't plan on changing. He don't know the severity of what he's doing.
But did he come out and say that, or did you know what I'm saying? Is that was that shit real? Did he really say that, or did the people really say that?
People came out and said it. His representatives. So if his representatives came and spoke on behalf of him, then that's him.
Might well said it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you know how shit be. You know how shit just be on the internet sometimes. But
not you say he gonna be suspended for half the season next season.
What y'all think? How long y'all think he gonna be suspended? What y'all think gonna happen?
They're gonna give him 30.
I think they already said they was gonna give him 30.
Oh yeah. I ain't heard. So
yeah.
I figured that though. I figured about half the season, something like that. You know what I'm saying? 30, 40. You know what I'm saying? But hey, you know what I'm saying? That's a second offense type shit. Not even second. That's third, fourth, damn near. You know what I'm saying? That's the second with the gun though. So
yeah. Well, somebody that did beat some charges was Travis Rudolph. He was found not guilty in a case where he was fighting a murder charge, and he was found not guilty in that situation. The girl that he was dealing with, she was married. He was her side guy. They get into it. She go and tell her brothers or her people to go see about Travis Rudolph, and then they pull up on
She
him.
said she told him go shoot his shit up.
And they got shot up.
Damn, so I didn't know all that. So she was married too?
She was married.
What? Man,
I'm like, how you married and mad at a side dude?
So I seen him proud. I didn't like her motherfucking attitude. I ain't like shit about that, bro.
Yeah, you could tell. I mean, so man, that's crazy, man. So what y'all think about that though? Just the whole thing, man, about niggas getting involved in domestic issues that, you know what I'm saying, motherfucker call you like, hey man, pull up, you know what I'm saying? I got some shit going on, or you know what I'm saying? What y'all think about shit like that, man?
Yeah, if it's not real close to me, like real close, I ain't fucking with this shit. I done seen it backfire too many times. It's done
Anytime.
backfired on me. Yeah, man, call me what you want to call me, man. Y'all handle that shit. Call the police. Let them handle it. I'm not fucking with it
Yeah.
unless it's real close.
You on mute. You on mute, dude.
That's right that you ain't doing it, because I know people right now that's pushing up daisies for jumping in people domestic disputes. I ended up getting into a fight with the person that was trying to fight the person that I was defending in a domestic dispute. My friend's boyfriend or fiance or whatever he called himself, I don't know if they said they was engaged, but can you be engaged to somebody you don't live with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. That's traditional.
Well,
Right.
shit,
Actually,
I ain't finna marry you unless I don't live with you. So I was just I guess that is traditional. I'm not a traditionalist in that sense, I guess, because I need to live with you, see how your shit smell in the morning and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Everything and how you operate, you know, what you do. I need to know that, because I'm a certain way if you live with me long enough. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I need to see how you do you. I can't do it. So anywho, so he was mad at her. He started charging me up. I have nothing to do with it. I'm like, I'm not your woman. And he called himself to try to push me out of a chair. And then me and him got to fight. You know.
Did she help you?
No, in the
Right.
midst of a fight, she was getting pushed all down. And I seen her, she was sitting down at first. The last time I seen her, she was in the ground too. How she got in the ground, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But she ain't help me because she couldn't help herself.
Yeah.
But after then, it became this big old thing that could have led to my people taking it to the streets. But I was just like, unlike the lady that sent the people about Travis' house, I was like, no, it's okay. He didn't whoop my ass or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So chill. I don't want y'all to go hurt him or get locked up or anything, because they was just focused on the fact of he put his hands on me. But I'm like, okay, he did, but I defended he didn't whoop my ass. You get what I'm saying? Right. So it's like, why even make it a thing? I'm okay.
That's the thing about it. And that's the thing about it too. Like, it wasn't like the nigga had whipped her ass, and then it wasn't even to that extreme, was it? It was just some shit that she had lied about or something, wasn't it? And she said that, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know what it was.
But
It was all fucked up. But I know them boys got gunned down at the end of the motherfucking day.
Yeah. That's how it be.
And she was up there still just. It should have got your people killed, bitch. Girl.
Got your people killed, for real. Got your people killed because you lied about some shit. And these niggas pull up. Got them niggas sprayed up.
You cheating on your husband.
That's crazy.
Wow.
But
the audacity.
A lot of crazy shit out here, man.
But last but not least, before we get into this school post, we do have this to discuss that I'm pretty sad about. It might not be sad news to everybody, but it's sad news to me. Shannon Sharp is leaving Undisputed. So there will not be any more Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless on Undisputed. And I'm so hurt. What y'all think about it?
Yeah, me either. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, I ain't really watching shit anyway, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? I don't really watch TV like that, but I used to watch the clips and shit like that. I used to catch the clips sometimes, but I ain't really a fan of Shannon, and I ain't really a fan of Skip. So, you know what I'm saying? But I do think Shannon gonna move on. He gonna do his thing. That's what everybody moving towards. You know what I'm saying? You see, you know what I mean? All these
he definitely gonna get paid. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He got tired of getting treated like a broad.
Club Shay Shay is fire. I love his interviews.
I'm gonna check it out. I ain't never
it's
like that. I'm gonna check it out.
Y'all don't be watching Club Shay Shay?
I ain't never watched. I ain't never watched the whole episode. I didn't see clips.
Y'all don't be watching.
I watched a couple interviews.
Did y'all watch I Am Athlete?
I Am Athlete.
Nope.
I didn't see that either.
Y'all don't know the good shows. But Club
I
Shay
ain't a
Shay,
fan.
he have really really good interviews. He had actually his interview with Ocho Cinco, it made me actually start liking Ocho Cinco because I like, Ocho Cinco was always one of those people that undeniable talent, but I never liked his personality. I never liked Ocho Cinco as a person.
I feel you.
I liked him just as a player, but I
Yeah,
actually liked him after that Club Shay Shay interview.
but Shannon, he always used to get dogged out by Skip and all that shit, man. So it's hard to really like a nigga like that. Me.
Look, Stephen A. Smith came out and said that allegedly, because Stephen A. Smith was like he's there for him and everything. Ain't Stephen A. Smith on First Take?
Yeah. Right.
What y'all like to see Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp? I won't want to see it.
You say you do?
I wouldn't want to see it.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I don't think they really mix like that. I think they both need to be, you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I mean, like the main nigga, you know what I'm saying, kind of type shit.
I think it'll be a damn coon fest.
That too.
I don't think Shannon Sharp is a coon.
Well, hey, shit.
Carrying on, man. Shout out to Shannon Sharp, man.
Shout out to
Anyways, let's get into this school post. Before we get into this school post, like we do each and every week, we have this hip hop trivia question. Y'all try to answer that. The hip hop trivia
Shut your mouth, boy.
Is what hip hop star was the voice of Reptar on the Rugrats movie?
Put your glasses back on.
Yeah. Man, when he told him, put your glasses back on.
He put them on. Okay, Skip. Okay, Skip.
All right.
But y'all wanted the man to crash out. Shannon Sharp, he handled it.
Everybody wanted to crash out.
Skip was the one that was wrong in Ghetto.
He just wanted the nigga to show some, like, man, shut up, ho. Bitch, you telling, something, man.
Right. That's all.
Now he is at work and he's making millions of dollars at work. Shit, I would have let Skip slap the fuck out of me like Will Smith slapped Chris Rock.
Fuck that shit. Yeah,
bitch, you could come slap me. They won't call me a cool. I'm making millions of dollars. What would they talking about? Yeah. Skip could have walked around that table. Bow! Locked from my ass. Okay.
You let him call you a bed winch. You let him call you a bed winch.
Whatever you want to call me, I'm like Eminem. I am whatever you say I am. If I wasn't, then why would you say I am? Shit, I'm making millions of dollars. Ain't nobody can't nobody whoop me after they get through talking shit. So it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like you always say, Supreme, it's always a opportunity for redemption. It'll blow over.
True.
So I get my black card back.
And you see something, and Shannon don't give a damn.
He don't.
He finna get paid.
Yes, God.
Yeah.
So let's get on in this school post. This is long, lengthy, something that Supreme put up. Okay. So the school post is.
Bring it down.
Y'all forget that hip hop is a youth sport. All this deep shit y'all be coming up with as it pertains to hip hop is ridiculous. Y'all want these kids to be freedom fighters. All of this is foolishness that is mainstream right now. Hold on, let me start this over. Y'all forget that hip hop is a youth sport, and I wrote this shit. Y'all forget that hip hop is a youth sport. All this deep stuff y'all be coming up with as it pertains to hip hop is ridiculous. Y'all want these kids to be freedom fighters. All of this foolishness that is mainstream right now was the same foolishness that was mainstream when we were coming up and we enjoyed it. Y'all looking at hip hop in hindsight and it's given delusional and hypocritical. Y'all want to blame destructive music on executives when y'all like listening to destructive music. Y'all in here because y'all love hip hop. Now all of a sudden you're woke and feel like you've been bamboozled by the man. That's the post that was in the hip hop past and present group. So So Heezy, since you hadn't seen it,
Give us some context. Give us some context, yeah.
Okay. So what is the context surrounding that post? So what it was is there has been a lot of back and forth in the group, and it's been a lot of points that's being made about, you know, gangster rap and how destructive gangster rap is, and whether or not there
It
gangster
was a
rap was
conspiracy.
manufactured in order to destroy us, as if there was some type of conspiracy, right?
Yeah.
And my point around it was there wasn't some type of conspiracy. In order for gangster rap to exist, we gave them the gangster rap. We went to these labels with the gangster rap. They not the label execs are not the ones writing the lyrics. We're the ones writing the lyrics. So once we come to them with this type of music and they see that, hey, people like this, they're really buying it. Of course, the execs, being business people, they're gonna push it because that's what's selling. So anybody that's coming up, they're gonna want that person to do what they see that's already selling, and that eliminates a whole lot of risk in business. Every business is gonna do that. So when people say, hey, it's the label exec's fault that this destructive music is out here, then you gotta question yourself and look inside and say, hey, to be honest with myself, I actually like this destructive music. I have participated in my own destruction, and a lot of us fail to accept the fact that we are participants in our own destruction, and we want to blame it on somebody else. And so that's how that post came about.
Well, yeah, you damn right. Because my first favorite rapper was Ice Cube. That was my first favorite rapper. NWA was like my favorite shit. Like my first favorite Niggas for Life was one of my first favorite albums. You know what I'm saying? So I grew up on gangster rap. Yeah, I love gangster rap. You know what I'm saying? And it always been a segment though of people who have made that argument. You know what I'm saying? Talking about it was the record execs and it was pushed on us, and you know what I'm saying, it been detrimental and shit like that. So it always been a segment of people who said that, who've always been hypocritical because they've listened to that shit at the same time, or participated in the shit at the same time.
Well,
You
let's
know what
take a
I'm
little further and keep it 100. It's
saying?
mainly East Coast people who push that narrative that gangster rap was pushed harder than the conscious, something more East Coast rap. They have to find a way to to they just can't say the music was better or people just gravitated to it more or they just sold the records normally and people bought them. It has to be some type of fucking conspiracy to why the West Coast and outside of New York got outsold. So to them, it was some grand scheme from the Illuminati, and they just our shit was dope, and we just that's some bullshit. That's some hate shit. I ain't never down that hip hop
Hey,
conspiracy
you
bullshit.
ain't see that letter? You ain't see the letter?
Man, that shit is fake like the Willie Lynch letter.
That's the motherfucking hip hop Willie Lynch letter,
Yep.
huh?
Yeah,
I think that shit was fake as hell too.
and then too, a lot of people make the point of how destructive hip hop. Now, when we're having this conversation, for those of you that are listening, this conversation isn't about, because we done had conversations about this before. This conversation didn't start based on us saying like anything about the fact of us trying to disagree with the fact that the music is destructive. We agree that the music is destructive, but the part that we disagree on is it being some type of conspiracy, and also the fact that we have to take some accountability for aiding in our own destruction. So that's where we're at with it.
Hey,
Because I had made a point and I had said that, you know, people try to make it seem like it was a conspiracy against us. How is
Right.
it a conspiracy against us when we all know that white kids are like some of the highest consumers of rap music? So if it was a conspiracy to destroy us, then for them to push it, it will be destruction to their own communities as well.
I think if there's any conspiracy involving gangster rap, it's been the takeover of these motherfuckers' estates when these motherfuckers die, like Easy E, like Tupac, Like, you know what I'm saying? Like all these motherfuckers, like to me, that's the conspiracy. Suge Knight getting Suge Knight up out of there, get taken over death row. You know what I'm saying? That's the only conspiracy I could think of as far as when
like
it comes to
actually having people to take over their actual labels and stuff
taking
like
over
that
their
because
labels.
it done got so big.
Yeah. So they be banking on these niggas. You know what I'm saying? With this gangster rap and really living that shit like they do
They don't
now.
expect for them to live long enough.
Exactly.
And then they live too long. Now it's like you gotta go because we trying to own what you
exactly
putting out. I get what you're saying.
That's the only conspiracy I could think of when it comes to gangster rap.
Yeah. You got any other words, thoughts, and opinions about this Supreme? We can go on into
I broke them off. That's it. They some hate motherfuckers.
Yeah, you spoke a word. And Supreme, to be honest with you, I never even looked at it from their perspective. It's other things that, like, when they be talking about lyricism and stuff, or how we talk in the South, and at that point, it's almost given you try to clown people or think we dumb or stupid because we talk with a slur and that's a whole totally different thing. But it's that angle that you made is very interesting because they try to, when you think about, even when like hip hop is dead, when people were saying hip hop is dead, hip hop is this, hip hop is this.
Death the auto tune.
The hip hop ain't like it used to be, and all of that. The purists. It comes from one region where everybody else out here enjoying it. Like whatever, we having fun, we making money. We popping bottles, we doing this and we doing that. And then this one region is like demonizing everything because they're not able to capitalize on their way of doing things, and they don't want to. They so stubborn to where they don't want to catch up with the times. But that's neither here nor there. So that's an interesting perspective. Anyway, let's get into this hip hop trivia question. This week's hip hop trivia question is: what hip hop star was the voice of Reptar on Rugrats movie? I know the answer.
I ain't got no idea, but I'm gonna take a guess. It gotta be somebody on some silly shit. First, I was gonna say Favorite Flag, but I was like, nah. So I'm gonna say Ludacris. Luda.
Close.
Or Busta.
One more time.
Or Busta Rhymes.
You got it. It was
Busta Rhymes. I knew it had to be one of them silly rapping motherfuckers. Okay.
Let's just call it animated.
Somebody said I thought it was Coolio, but I cheated and looked it up. How you look it up? Because the question wasn't even right. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna tell you how he looked it up. If I would have just said, I should have kept it. But you know what? Okay.
You can look it up.
When you did the thing, I just copied what you posted and did it. But I already knew the answer when you said it. I'm like, okay. But I knew it wasn't the show. It wasn't the show. It was the movie. If I wouldn't have said the movie, he wouldn't have been able to. He wouldn't have been able to get it because you ain't even say movie in your actual question.
Right.
Yep.
Busta Rhymes. I mean, yeah. Okay.
Another great trivia question by somebody. That's like 4 in a row. Whoever put these out there, it's great.
Fuck out of here.
Yes, indeed. So anyway, y'all, make sure y'all like the video, share the video, subscribe. Next week, what we got coming up next week, y'all?
Oh yeah, we got Pac. We doing Pac tribute next week. So we got like we said, we got a very, very special guest.
Are you still
I'm excited.
Very, very special guest. So make sure y'all tap into it.
How long will they mourn me?
Subscribe. Like the video.
Don't push me.
Share that shit.
Enjoy next again. Yes, indeed.
What's y'all?
Okay, I was finna start the show. Like, what's y'all favorite pop song? But anyway, we ain't finna go there. Anyway, thank y'all for joining us tonight. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. We're about to tune out. Y'all have a good one.
The Hip Hop School, Past and Present Podcast.